fabulous folks who could not join us this evening, they get to watch it again. And if you all want to watch it again, it might be doubly exciting the second time.
You like technology, but you hate it.
Yeah, I know. Right now it's
Feel
working
that.
against.
Okay.
We're good?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Can I hit? Nope. Okay, wait a second.
Sorry, guys.
The
All right, there we
anticipation
go.
is building. Okay, so tonight, this is a little bit of an overview of what we're going to be talking about. We are going to start off with Ellen Fahey is on the call right now, and she is going to be going over some of the health updates as to what Special Olympics North Carolina has been doing during the pandemic, and kind of highlight what we do all the time. And you guys probably have met Ellen at some point and know a little bit about health leadership within Special Olympics, and you might learn something that you didn't know, so don't tune it out. And then we're going to play a fun game. Some of you may have heard of Kahoot, and it is happening tonight, right here, right now. Yeah, so we're going to be playing Kahoot kind of to learn a little bit about what you've been doing as global messengers and what is the role of a global messenger, kind of a refresher quiz. So the heat's on. And we will be doing a review of the mission of Special Olympics, as well as some facts about Special Olympics and Special Olympics North Carolina, because since some of you all have been through training, things have changed a little bit. So we'll be updating you, make sure all of your facts are up to date with what we have on our website and what's going on in our community. And then we have homework. I added the smiley face so that you all would be very excited about it, because I'm excited about it. So are we ready to get started? Give me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so many thumbs. All right, then I'm going to let Ellen take it away.
Thank you. And I will try and stay on time. I tend to speak probably more than I should, so people can cut me off. And this is a very open discussion, so if you guys have questions while I'm speaking, feel free to unmute yourself or raise your hand or write in the chat. That's totally fine. I think I know most of you guys, but I am Ellen Fahey. I am the health director with Special Olympics. You've probably seen me maybe if you're doing Partner Up, Power Up on the Facebook group or on the videos, live sessions we're having with trainings. Raise of hand. Are all you guys participating in Partner Up, Power Up? Yes, awesome. So I won't go into a ton of detail on, you know, what we've been doing, because you guys have been staying super active during the pandemic, which is really amazing, because we all know how important it is to not only continue to work on our sport, but just to stay active and healthy during this time and stay connected with each other. That's also really good for our health, our mental health. So congratulations, give yourself a pat on the back. You guys are already health leaders by participating in Partner Up, Power Up, and being on here right now. Madeline and Katie, I don't know if I have controls at all or if you guys control the slides. Thank you. So I'm just going to quickly speak to you guys about what you can do with your leadership role and how you guys can promote being a healthy athlete, because we look to you guys as our leaders in this movement, right? So to be an athlete, you have to be healthy, because if you're not, then you're probably not feeling good. You're not, you know, competing at your hardest, your highest. And I'm sure you guys all want to make sure your fellow athletes are also healthy and happy. So really looking to you guys on how you can do that. Next slide. Thanks. So I just always like to compare health to a car. So do I have any car enthusiasts out here? Anyone? I had a feeling Ethan might be. Reese is as well. So what do you have to do to keep your car lasting for a really long time? You got a really nice car. What do you have to do? You got to put what, Ethan, what do you have to do? Yes.
Fuel too.
Oil.
Yep. You got to put the right fuel in it. You got to bring it into the shop. You got to get regular maintenance done on it. You
You
need
have
to
to
keep,
have your tags too.
yeah, you gotta keep it up to date and you need it to be clean. You gotta take care of it daily. Something that I'm not always great at and I should be better at. I'm better at keeping myself cared for daily. And you gotta get it moving, right? You can't let a car just sit there. Am I right? Exactly. It's not gonna work if you just let it sit there. So
Absolutely right.
we're just like a car. You can't just sit there. We got to keep our bodies moving because if we don't, our bodies are going to lose muscle and they're just not going to move as well anymore. You got to take us in for daily maintenance. We got to see our doctors, make sure we're staying healthy, and we got to fuel our bodies right. So we got to put the right food and drinks into our bodies to make sure we're performing at maximum capacity, just like those cars out there. So next slide. So again, I'm saying all of this because you guys already know all of this, but how can you guys now promote that to your fellow athletes to make sure that they are fueling their bodies right, that they are taking care of their bodies? So just some ideas on what you guys can do as you're out there being leaders in the movement is just continue to learn about health and how you can be a healthy athlete. Maybe ask your coaches if you can include some extra fitness inside of or at practice or even outside of practice and what you might be able to do. Maybe promote that to your other athletes, get them very excited about doing some more fitness, keeping their body moving. And then maybe you promote having some healthy snack options at practice or at games. I know that's always a trickier one, but if you guys are there promoting it and why it's important, again, to fuel your body so you're working at max capacity. And then some other cool things that you could do outside of practice that we've had athletes do, and I'm sorry, some of my health messengers aren't here to talk about this, but you could team up and you could create a fitness group. Maybe you and a few of your other fellow athletes are really interested in doing some exercise outside of practice. So you guys just meet up once a week outside of practice and do some fitness work together, work out together. Maybe you start a walking club. Or maybe you're really into healthy eating and cooking and you start a healthy cooking class. Next slide. So maybe you're like, that all sounds really great, but how do I do all of that? And who can help me if my coach doesn't want to help me? Well, what's really awesome is you guys all have some really amazing organizations and companies in your communities. I know you guys are already doing outreach for other aspects of Special Olympics, but some, partners you could help build for your local community, your local program are fitness studios, wellness studios, your local health department. Annie Tane, who's one of our health messengers, which I'll talk about in a second, what she did was she made a partnership with Whole Foods because she works at Whole Foods, and she got them to donate healthy snacks and meals for state level events and for local events. So just some ideas on what you guys could do, again, as health leaders, promoting this in the movement. Next slide. So you may have heard me mention health messengers a couple of times. So these three lovely ladies are actually our certified health messengers for Special Olympics North Carolina. And what that means is they have been trained. They are global messengers. They are athlete leaders just like you guys, and they have been trained even further in different health topics. So nutrition, fitness, social emotional wellness, mindfulness. They are our athlete health experts at North Carolina because they've gotten that extra training. So I get to work with them on really cool opportunities. And I'll show one here if I'm able to. I'm sorry, I'm almost finished. You may have seen Annie Tane on Wellness Wednesdays. She's really taken that over and she leads Wellness Wednesdays where we learn about all the different health topics. Megan has done some really cool videos, which I'm going to show you an example of what she's done. Allison Sheedy has done some demonstrations on different fitness exercises. So they all have different areas of expertise that they are interested in and they like to do. And they've been super active during the pandemic because everything's been really helped. Annie has even helped me with some inclusive health trainings for healthcare providers and healthcare students and teaching them on how to work with people with intellectual disabilities. So they have some really cool, unique opportunities because they've gone through this training. And I want to offer you guys, I'm actually going to be hosting a training for Special Olympics North Carolina athletes for our global messengers, a short health messenger training. So going through what these three ladies have gone through, it'll just short, it'll start in June. I'll send information that Katie and Madeline can send out to you guys afterwards, but it will start in June. It'll just be 3 weeks and it'll be on Mondays for 3 weeks. Very short and sweet, but you're learning about fitness from a fitness expert. One of our actual virtual trainers, fitness trainers, is going to be leading a fitness session. We have Duke's sports team dietitian who's going to be leading a nutrition session. We've got some mindfulness experts coming in leading mindfulness sessions, and then we have a health advocacy expert coming in. Yes, Christine.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you would answer right away. I was wondering if there was any interest in teaching like some of these older aging athletes, have them become a health messenger and be trained on how to do exercising at an older age so that we can continue to still be active.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone is allowed to apply, I will be vetting the people applying. You must be a global messenger. So if there's an older athlete who's a global messenger, because you need that background training before you get this next level health messenger training, they can apply. And then if they're chosen, then yeah, absolutely. So Christine, you could apply. Anyone who's a global messenger can apply for this training. And again, I'll send that out. And so I just wanted to share real quick with you guys an example of what Megan did for her practicum after she was finished with her health messenger training. So 1 second, I'm going to share, maybe. Why is it not showing? Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. So can everyone see this? And I won't show the whole video, but it'll just be really quick. But this is what one of our health messengers created. She created a whole series of these videos.
Ooh, that's cool.
All right, so I'll stop it there. But that is just an example of one of the practicum work that our health messengers did for their practicum. Sorry, that was not all right. But yes, join me in June if you're interested. I will share the sign up registration. Again, I will be vetting who will be going through the training. So go ahead, sign up. You'll let me know why you think you should be a health messenger, why you're interested in being a health messenger. And I hope to see some of you guys go through the training. And if not, you guys, again, are athlete leaders, so you should continue to promote health for all athletes. So I will end it there.
Yay!
Ellen's a rock star. Thank you, Ellen. That was
You already
great.
got one interested in being a health messenger, so there you go.
Me too, Ellen.
Oh.
Two. All right. Awesome, guys.
And, and everybody, that Megan's series Healthy Minute with Megan is on our YouTube. So go ahead and check it out if you are interested in being a health messenger.
Yeah, get some inspiration. Okay, so Ellen, you're free to go unless you want to play Kahoot. So she's out. All right, everyone. So
Thanks,
raise your
Ellen.
hand if you have at some point played Kahoot.
Never.
Oh, okay.
Never.
We got a newbie to Kahoot. All right. So what you're gonna do, can everyone see Kahoot happening now? Okay. So who has the Kahoot app on their phone?
I don't.
Becky.
Okay. Some of you do, some of you do not. So what you're gonna do is Sam, if you don't have it, you can go to Kahoot, Google Kahoot, and then
Kahoot.
Let me check and see if I have it on my.
okay, you're
Sure.
good. We'll give you guys a couple of seconds to get all set up. So if you have the Kahoot app, go ahead and open that right now. And if you don't, you're gonna have to go to KAH.
Oh yeah, it's is it play and create quizzes? Is that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's downloading.
Awesome.
Alright.
I have an older vision of phones, so you know how that goes.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
All right. So can you guys see that? Well, no one feel like they have to rush. We're gonna wait until everybody's on. So if you can see that,
Well, hold on. I haven't put it up yet.
well, hang on. You cannot see it. Just kidding. I was lying. And Elise and Sherry, if you want to play, you can. You'll just have to be creative with some answers because they don't apply to you. But it could be fun for you to have this experience. Okay.
Okay, now can everyone see?
Okay.
All right. So that game pin number right there, that's what you're going to enter when it asks for your game pin. So it's 519-7342. And then you'll have to enter whatever name you want to play.
It just says you don't need an account to play.
Yep, you
So
know.
just go to next.
Yep. Hit next.
Okay, choose your account type.
Just do, is there student
personal?
or
Yeah, it's personal.
Yeah, go
Okay.
for personal.
I don't know who any of these people are. Y'all have
I
some
like the
creative
names.
names. Okay.
Okay.
I see Kelly.
Okay, I see the pen. Never mind. I found it.
You got it? Okay.
Who will play? Who will you play Kahoot with most often? I don't know.
Maybe
Just
say
make it up.
friends.
Yeah, friends.
Okay.
That sound good? We're
I
friends.
hate all these questions. It's like
I know.
It's
They're
like you get a quiz before the quiz.
They're asking too much. We've got, who is SONC 1968? That's Ethan. I like that name.
Hang on.
We know Mrs. Flapjacks is Christine. Who is Big Tuna?
That's me.
That's
Woohoo! Yeah, big tuna.
Who's Old Timer?
Natalie?
Oh,
Okay.
that's
No,
Sherry.
Sherry.
Oh, that's Sherry?
That's Sherry. We know who Kelly is. And then
Oh,
we've
there you
got-
go, Sam.
We got Natster. I think that's Natalie. And then we've got Wagner, which is Sam. We all good then? We're all good to
Yes.
start? All right.
Okay. Da-da-da. Dun 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 dun. I'm nervous.
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is no prize, just to preface that. Do your best.
Do your very best.
A lot of it's
Select.
just yes.
What is important to know as a global messenger? So click what you think. It could be multiple.
Yeah. It could be more
Click-
than
Click
one.
what you think.
What the?
Do, do,
It doesn't even show up on my screen.
It's not showing up.
Oh, hang on. No.
Yeah, it's me.
Music on.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay.
All right.
You guys, no one knows how to play bocce here?
Also the
What
chocolate
the-
slide.
Yeah, geez. Okay,
What?
you
That's
got
not
it
fair.
right. What's going on, Sam?
It's not showing up. It's not. It has the squares, but it's not showing up.
You have to.
Great point. So when you are on looking at your screen, it'll have like a color and a shape. You see red triangle, blue diamond.
Okay.
So that corresponds with the answer. So the answers are all on the board, and then you click the color and shape that corresponds with the answer. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to
Okay.
look at the computer and at your
I
phone.
know multitasking is too much.
All right. So yeah, Special Olympics facts and missions are important for us to know, and how to present speeches to different audiences, because we give speeches to different types of people all the time.
And while we do encourage knowing the cha-cha slide, it's not important. As a- Who would have thought?
There will be a test at the end on the cha-cha slide. Okay,
All
next.
Who's in the
Oh,
lead?
Christine, you're looking. Oh, Christine.
Flapjacks.
Okay,
All right,
Ethan's coming in
next
close.
question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. True or false? You do not have to communicate regularly with your speech coach. Do you think it's true, the blue one, or false, the red one?
People answering.
Because they're going pretty quick.
Oh, about almost half and half there.
All right. So you do have to communicate with your speech coach.
Yeah.
You do need to do that. And for those of you who don't have a speech coach, or maybe your speech coach has moved on, or they're no longer coaching anymore, whatever it may be, guess who your new speech coach is? Madeline and myself. We will be your
Yay.
speech coaches. For those of you who, maybe your parent is your speech coach, or maybe your local program coordinator is your speech coach. That's totally fine too. Whatever makes sense for you guys.
But you should be communicating with someone
Yes,
about
someone.
what opportunities you're taking on, about what's out there,
Absolutely.
regularly.
All right. Who's ready for
And
the
we
next
also
one?
need to communicate with you as well.
Absolutely. If we are not your
Yes.
speech coaches, make sure you are still communicating with us. And if that's your
No, I'm
speech
good.
coach
Just kidding.
Sam. If that's your speech coach communicating with us, that's fine too.
Yeah,
Someone
yeah,
needs to be in
definitely.
communication with us.
Mhm.
I talk to your mom. Don't you worry, Sam.
All right.
Got that covered.
Awesome. All right,
Professors,
let's
you
go
know.
on to the next one. Okay, quiz. I think this means multi-select.
Okay, so this means you can pick more than one.
Global messenger.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. Global messengers are. All right, tell them the options.
Okay, active Special Olympics athletes, ambassadors for Special Olympics, prepared for their speeches, and responsible for finding speech opportunities. Remember, you can select more than one.
Oh, please get us right.
Tough. There's a lot on the line.
Some heavy competition here.
I
Oh
got
no, I'm
partially
worried
correct.
about yellow, you guys. I'm worried.
I forgot the number 4.
Okay.
I know it's hard to think that maybe all of them are the answer, so I can see how that is very tricky. But these are all
It
very.
was.
Yeah, it was. Did we trick you, Natalie?
Thomas.
Yeah, you tricked me. Dang it.
Yeah, you trick us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that, you guys, but you
No,
do
you're fine.
need to be prepared for your speeches. And you are responsible for finding speech opportunities as well. And you are ambassadors for Special Olympics, which
Mhm.
is a little confusing because we
Yeah,
do have a
preparing,
role.
Yeah.
preparing for speeches is like you can prepare it all you want, but when you're in front of the real thing, I always ended up like stuttering, or I'm like, what am I supposed to say? Like,
Yeah, I feel that. I do that too.
But at least you prepared.
Yeah, but
That's true.
preparing gets you even closer to feeling more comfortable. Even if that happens, you can keep on
Yeah.
rolling.
Yeah.
But we do have the role of the athlete ambassador, but is that the same thing as a global messenger?
No.
no,
No, what's the difference?
You
a global messenger is spreading the word about Special Olympics, but ambassadors for Special Olympics,
it's
hang on,
basically
It's a group
go
effort.
around.
You can help them out, Natalie.
Yeah. Phone a friend.
it's the athlete ambassador is like when you do Publix campaign and you're an athlete, it's representing
Okay.
Special Olympics
that's
without
right, that's
having
right.
a speech.
Yep. So global messengers are trained spokespersons for Special Olympics.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yep. Awesome.
Yeah.
And athlete ambassadors, they can go out, they can say thank you for sure, but they are not trained to give a speech on behalf
Right,
of
yeah.
organization.
Right.
Absolutely correct. All right, let's move on.
The global messengers are.
Ooh,
Getting
let's
up
see.
there.
Sherry's on fire.
Ethan jolted up too.
Flapjack, oh yeah.
Yeah, Christine's just gonna smoke the competition a little bit, but
Oh yeah,
but
yeah,
she's
definitely.
trained. She's
That's
trained
okay.
for this.
She was prepared. Mhm.
It's almost a little unfair,
Yeah,
I think.
okay.
That's okay. We'll go on to the next one.
That's very unfair.
You got to beat her though.
All
Make a
right.
comeback.
So Special Olympics ambassadors must also be global messengers. What do you think? True or false? True is blue and false is red. False.
Yes, I got it right.
You got it. Yeah. Yep. You do not have to be an ambassador to be a global messenger, and you do not have to be a global messenger to be an ambassador. But ambassador is a good stepping stone to becoming a global messenger if
Yeah.
you're not sure that it's the right role in the organization for you. Both are athlete leadership opportunities.
I've enjoyed being a global messenger. You meet a whole range of people.
Absolutely.
It's too bad that this pandemic was the Duke University, the business school would have invited me back.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you guys can do it again
time.
in the
Mhm.
future. Yes.
Yeah, hopefully.
We'll get back there. We'll get back there. I know.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's go to the next one. This is a poll. So there's no right answer here.
Yeah, there's no
There's
right
no
answer.
right answer here.
You just tell us what your experience is.
How often do you talk to your speech coach? Every week, at least once a month, once a year, or never? Remember, there's one wrong answer. We don't want it
But I
to
think
be
we might
one
get a
of-
couple.
but I think you guys will get it. Very good, you
Okay.
guys. That's good to know. Every week is good, especially if you live with said speech coach. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I live with my mom, so professionally. I have
You kind of
to.
have to talk to her.
And then at least once a month, that's also awesome. That's great. So I'm really glad to see we didn't get any nevers.
Yeah.
That's very good. And once a year, that might be a little skint, but luckily we didn't have any of those either. But we would also understand if it were once a year. It's better than never.
But they want you to talk to them, so
Yes.
that's important.
Awesome. All right. Let's go on to the next
It's hard to
one.
write a speech on your own too.
Yes, definitely. All right. How do you talk to SONC staff about speech opportunities? Oh, how often, sorry, do you talk to SONC staff about speech opportunities? Again, you got every week, once a month, once a year, and never.
I just got a smiley face with a thumb that said interesting choice.
It might be interesting. I don't know.
Good. There we
Okay,
go.
yeah, good.
That's great. That's great.
It could be, you could be talking to us. You could be talking to Kathy. You
Mhm.
could be talking to Christine. You could be talking to Kelly. There's a lot of different people you could be talking to. So it doesn't always have to be just Katie and myself.
Yeah.
But remember, if you are giving a speech, you always need to, or at least on the state level, you need to run it past Christine at the bottom level. But if you're giving
Yeah.
a speech locally, you might not be consulting with Christine on it. Right?
Just your local program coordinator.
So if you had said once a year, that would be okay. Because if you're giving speeches locally and not on the state level, that's totally fine. Alrighty. Another poll. Have you
Question
given a
number-
virtual presentation? Again,
Ooh.
no wrong answer here. Red yes, blue no.
Ooh, a half and half.
That's awesome to know. That's really good. So this whole thing is really going to prepare you for giving that virtual presentation. Anything that you want to know?
Or does someone want to give an example of a virtual presentation they've done? I know Kelly Dixon might have one.
I got one.
I gave one at the church morning conference. It was so nice.
Yep, she really did. She did a great job.
That's awesome.
Sam, what were you going to say?
I've done one on post-secondary education.
Ooh, that's cool.
Christine,
did-
what did you say?
I helped out with the coaching training.
Yeah, you have. And you helped give a speech, a thank you speech to some people, and I recorded it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And Reese, you've technically given a virtual presentation because you helped MC one of the winter
yeah.
challenges. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow,
I
since I
just-
done it.
I know
Yeah.
I helped out with Partner Up Power Up too recently.
Absolutely. Ethan, have you ever given a
It's
virtual
been a while.
presentation? Hold
been a
on.
while.
Ethan, you are muted.
Again, no.
You've
So-
never given a virtual presentation. Awesome. Okay, then we
Good.
will make sure that by the end of this, you've given one.
Christine,
ha-
did you want to
he
give
has-
an example?
He has given one.
Oh, okay.
He
What-
did
Oh,
Partner Up,
never
Power
mind.
Up. He was
Yeah, I have.
co-MC.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
Hey,
No,
Christy,
there's
I
so
love
many
you.
of them. It's hard to remember all of them. Awesome. So everybody here actually has given a virtual presentation. So that's really, really good. You guys are kind of like ahead of the game here.
It's not easy in a virtual, but you have to pay attention to like what you're doing and what you're saying and like your surroundings.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a little different than giving one in person.
Oh yeah.
Let's go to the next one. Who's ready? This is another poll.
Uh-oh.
You can select more than one. Which of these have you done as a global messenger? Yeah, presented a speech virtually or in person, represented SONC at an event, researched speech opportunities in your community, or emceed an event or partner up, power up, which we've just heard some of you have done.
I think a lot of you will have the same answers.
I think I've done that.
Awesome.
Nice. All right. So you have a little bit of everything going on. Great. Represented an event, emceed an event, presented a speech. Researching speech opportunities in your community, which we're going to learn more about how we can do that.
Woohoo.
Woohoo.
All right, another poll. So how many speeches have you given as a global messenger? We got red is less than 5, blue is 5 to 10, yellow is 10 to 20, and green is more than 20.
I've given 20.
Because
Okay.
of my schedule, I've given like 2 or 3. My work schedule is like from Wednesday to Saturday, so it's
Yeah,
like,
Yeah, there's no wrong answer.
Yep, so you would be red.
yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, who's got more than 20 on the board? Christine,
I have.
Kelly, who else?
See.
Who was that?
Was that you, Ethan?
No, I just went with yellow.
You went with
I-
yellow. That's good.
I did the green because I gave it a turkey bingo for Aldale County. I had over 500 people.
Wow.
Nice.
Perfect.
Natalie, I think, had more than 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalie,
You went with more than 20, Natalie?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you guys have been global messengers for quite a bit of time, right?
Yeah, she's been around almost as long as I have.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really, really cool. So yeah, so we got all across the board here. All right, let's go on to the next one. Another poll. Would you like more speech opportunities? Again, no wrong answer. We won't judge you.
Yep.
Red,
Be honest.
red, yes. Blue, no. It could be we are giving you too many speech opportunities. So
Yes.
this is a good time to
Your
shine.
thoughts.
Everybody's so busy. Like even before the pandemic, everybody was so busy, like on the weekends, and it was hard to give speeches.
Absolutely.
Yes. And plus, I had to work. I feel a genius.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice. So all of you would like some more speeches.
that's
Maybe
great.
would be
Especially
better
now.
for me.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're gonna go to the next one. Another poll. Do you look for speech opportunities in your community? You've got red is yes, blue is no, and yellow is I don't know how to. Again, no wrong answer.
I haven't done that yet.
That's okay.
Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun.
Very fun music.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay. All right. So y'all know how to do it.
But we'll still go over in case we
Yeah.
need some refreshers for sure.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
We're good to go next. All right, one more. Do you tell SONC staff when you give a speech? Yes is red, no is blue, and sometimes is yellow.
And that's kind of cool. Oh, a little bit here.
Very intense.
It is very intense.
It's good.
Woo!
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
Mhm.
And again, remember, if you said no, that's totally fine because maybe you aren't giving them or you're only giving speeches in your local program. That's cool.
That
too.
was me.
That was you. That's
Mhm.
good. That's awesome. But you're giving speeches, right? You're giving them at your
Yeah.
local program.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
I
me.
went to
I
like
kind of really quit my college anyway, so I can focus on this more.
Good.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Let's move on to
We
the
have
next one.
2 more.
Are you comfortable writing your own speech? So we've got red is yes, blue is no, and yellow is I need help.
Which is okay. That's what
We
we're-
have a maybe.
it's not fun trying to write my.
I feel like maybe it could be I need help.
Yeah, you could go with maybe
Yeah.
is yellow.
Okay.
Cool.
I am comfortable writing my own speeches, but it's not easy when you have a professor living in.
Yeah, I totally feel that.
Probably has a lot of insight she can give you though.
So I would say that most athletes that I work with generally are not comfortable writing their own speeches, and that is 100% okay. And we'll probably maybe we can have Annie Tane join us a little bit later in the training because she specifically asked me a couple years ago if she could start writing her own speeches, and of course you can. So maybe we'll get her in so she can give us some tips on how she does that. And for those of you that said I need help or no, does that mean that you want to start writing your own speeches or
Yeah.
you're interested in it? Yeah, was that a
Yeah.
yeah? Awesome.
Okay. Cool.
Great.
Last one.
Another poll. This is multi-select. What do you want to learn more about in this training? So you got how to improve my public speaking skills in red, how to give a virtual presentation in blue, how to improve my speech writing in yellow, and how to become a more active global messenger in green.
You can pick more than one.
Yep, you can pick more than one.
Stay green.
All right.
Nice. Those are
Look like
great.
everything.
I love it. Okay,
Perfect.
then let's go on. It's going to give us a leaderboard, I think. Number 3, we've got old timer. There you go, Sharon.
Nice, Sherry.
And then we've got SONC 1968, Ethan. And then we've got
Christine.
Christine. Everybody, you did really, really well,
I
though.
don't.
Awesome. Did you guys like Kahoot? Would you want to do it again, or you're kind of
Love it.
You
Love
loved
it.
it.
It's fun.
Yeah, I
fun.
enjoyed it.
Good. I'm glad you liked Kahoot then. All right. So everyone where did Reese go? I don't know where Reese is going.
We lost him.
Everyone, I'm going to need you to turn your attention back to the screen. And we're going to go back to our presentation. We have a couple more things to cover before we let you guys get back to your Monday. I was about to say Friday, and that is
I know, it
that's
feels
false advertising.
Feels like
So,
a Friday.
yeah, we did that. What have you been up to? And now Katie's going to take you on a journey like no other.
So for some of you, it's been a little while, but
It has.
who can kind of give me the gist of what the SONC mission is? Who thinks, let's raise our hands and I'll call on one of you. Who thinks they can give me the gist of what the mission is? Did we freeze for a second? I think we might have frozen. Okay, sorry, my computer froze for a hot second. All right, so we're gonna go with Natalie. Do you want to give me a quick rundown of what the mission is?
A mission of Special Olympics is to provide a year-round sports training competition.
Nice. Yes, that's awesome. So that is our mission. And who can tell me what a mission is? Yeah, Sam.
A mission is basically something that you would like to present, or you'd like to
You're
a
good.
mission is like a goal.
Yeah. So that's exactly right. So a mission is what our organization stands for and what we are supposed to be doing. Basically, it tells us what the organization does, right? And what our goal is, what our aim is.
Right.
So let's go on to the next one. And Natalie, you had it pretty spot on there. To provide year-round sports training and athletic competition in a variety of Olympic type sports for children and adults with intellectual disabilities, giving them continuing opportunities to develop physical fitness, demonstrate courage, experience joy, and participate in the sharing of gifts, skills, and friendship with their families, other Special Olympics athletes, and the community. Who remembers that from their training?
I get it.
Yeah? Do you remember we went through each
I
one,
forgot.
kind of line by line?
Yep.
I remember it, but I completely forgot it.
Okay.
I feel that. It was kind of like a blast from the past in a way.
Yeah.
I totally understand that. Yeah, so that is our mission. It's a very, very long sentence, but something that we really want to focus on is year-round sports training and athletic competition in a variety of Olympic type sports for people with intellectual disabilities. So I don't know if you remember, but we really, really nailed it into us that we're not just for children. A lot of times you'll hear people say, we volunteer for the kids, or we love to do Special Olympics for the kids, right? So we are for children and adults with intellectual disabilities. And as you, right, I can hear someone talking, so I'm just gonna see if I can mute everybody. But I don't know who it is. Okay, there we go. So the other piece of it is that, as you could see, we are a sports organization, but you heard a lot from Ellen about health. So that kind of plays into the mission as well. You can't do all these other things, physical fitness, demonstrate courage, or experience joy if your health isn't good. So these all kind of play into the mission of Special Olympics. Do we all feel good about the mission? Can I get a thumbs up?
Who wants to say it with their eyes closed?
Whew.
Oh, Sherry does. Okay. Perfect.
All right, let's roll on. Facts. Do you want to start?
Sure. Okay. So this might be old news to a lot of you, but this might be some new news to some of you. So here we have what makes Special Olympics unique. So how much does it cost to participate in Special Olympics? Someone want to tell me? I'm getting 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So there is no charge to participate in Special Olympics for any of our athletes, which is why it's so important to go out into our communities and fundraise and have people to support us so we can keep you guys competing without having to pay loads of money, right? And let's talk about some awards. Who does only one person win an award? No? Ethan, just you? So how many of you have won an award? It could be a medal, it could be a ribbon. Okay. Yeah, so there are awards for everyone who competes in Special Olympics. While of course we love competition here at Special Olympics, it's about more than competition. So we play sports because we love it and we love being part of the Special Olympics community. So advancement to higher levels of competition. So does someone want to tell me, how do you get to compete at state games? Okay, Sam, I saw your hand first.
How you get to compete at state games is you show up to practice, you work hard. Sometimes it depends on how good you are.
Mhm.
Because all the coaches want to win.
Yeah, exactly. Reese, did you have something you wanted to add? Maybe you're muted, so nothing to add. Okay. Something's going on. It's okay. We're all fine. Everyone's fine.
Right.
Okay, so we'll keep going. So yes, you can work your way up to getting to state games. It doesn't happen the first day you show up to training. How many weeks of training do you have to go through for a sport? What's the minimum?
Natalie? I think she's saying 8.
She's saying 8. Yep.
I was about to say that too.
Yeah, 8 weeks exactly. That is the minimum of training needed to compete in a sport. So all ability levels can participate. If Katie is super fast at running and I'm not as fast, can we both still compete? Oh, Sam's saying no. I'm getting some mixed signals here. So the answer is yes, we both still can compete, but we might not be competing against each other. So we have divisioning, which helps us to decide who is going to compete against one another.
Because it wouldn't be fair to put us against each other, right? We wouldn't want a super fast gal like me to go against Madeline, who's never ran more than the 8 weeks that she just started because she's new to the sport, right?
Tortoise in the hair. So does someone want to tell me how Special Olympics divisions?
Does anyone remember? There's 3 ways we division. Sam, do you want to take a whack at it?
Yeah, I'll take a whack at it.
Okay.
There's Division 1, which is the highest level. Division 2, which is the lesser skill. Division 3, which is the even lesser skills, and Division 4.
So we do have different levels. You're absolutely right. But how do we split people into those levels? How do we decide who goes into them? There's 3 criteria. So Kelly, you want to take another whack at it? Let's see if we can get you unmuted, friend.
I got it. I think it's the age, sex, and there's one more I know.
Who's got her? Who's can help her? Natalie, is your hand up?
You can unmute yourself, Natalie.
Isn't it ability?
Yep. So we've got age, gender, and ability. And what do you think is the most important out of those 3?
Ability.
Ability. Yeah, absolutely. Because we're roughly the same age. We're both girls, but our ability level is not the same. So it still would not be fair to put us together, right? Absolutely. So yeah, great job, everybody. That's divisioning 101.
So you remember more than you think you do.
Yeah. All right. Very impressive.
Roll on.
Okay, so I want to see what you know before we go into this next one. So I'm going to ask you guys, how many sports for our folks that are returning? I'm not going to ask Christine or Sherry this one. So how many sports do we have in North Carolina? I want to see Reese. Reese, I want to hear from you.
Okay. Oh Lord.
All right, Sam, you want to help him out?
27.
How many?
27.
Oh, you're a little over. I lost
Okay,
Ethan there.
I
Ethan, can
would
you
say
come back?
about 19.
19. So 19 is what we used to have, but guess how many we have now? Natalie, you want to take a guess?
13?
Nope. So we actually have 20 sports. 20
Hey,
sports in North Carolina. When
Wow.
most of
7
you
off,
went,
so.
I know.
20.
When some of you went through, we might have had 13. When some of you went through, we definitely had 19. When I first started, we had 19 official sports, but now we have 20 sports.
That's a lot.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a lot of sports. Okay, so that was one thing I just wanted to see if anybody remembered that, because we kind of
I was off by.
on you.
Well,
All right,
at
so
least I was in the 20s.
yeah, you were pretty almost there.
Ignore the typo.
Okay, so our Special Olympics facts. So we've got SONC here. We've got 20 sports in all 100 counties in the state. Nearly 40,000 Special Olympics athletes in North Carolina. Okay, so that's huge when you are giving your speeches. That's something you're going to want to really emphasize. The other thing you're going to want to emphasize is if you're giving it locally, what the local number is, right? Because you might be giving a speech to your local Civitan club about your spring games, if we can ever have spring games again, and we'll want to make sure that they know that their fundraising or their support helps go directly towards however many people are in your community that compete. Christine, you want to say something?
Yeah, and if you're not able to get an answer from your local program coordinator on the number of athletes, you can call either Madeline, Katie, or myself, and we can find out for you.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. Thank you for bringing that
All
up. Yep. So, we're going to want to know how many people are in North Carolina, and you're going to want to find out how many people are in your community. And then in North Carolina, we have 200,000 people with intellectual disabilities. So that's a pretty big gap between 200,000 and nearly 40,000, right?
Mhm.
We have a long way to go, don't we? So that's why a lot of the stuff that you guys do is so important, because you're helping spread the word about what it means to be a Special Olympics athlete. And
There's so
why it's
many
important.
people that don't even know. Even
Right.
when we do the speeches, there's so many people that can't even get to it. They can't.
Absolutely. And we have to, that's really important when we're sharing, whether it's recruiting athletes or trying to recruit, donors or sponsors or
Yeah.
volunteers, because the more we can get of each of those groups, the more people we can bring into the movement, right?
I think the more donors and volunteers would help.
Yeah, that's definitely very helpful.
The
Very
donor,
helpful.
the higher the donors, the easier it is for us to be.
The more we can do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, Reese?
And I try and get more athletes in Iredell County too.
Yeah, that's very important. Yep, because I'm sure there are a lot of people there that don't even know what they can compete in, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, and then on a typical year, we would have more than 600 competitions. Obviously, that looks a little different right now, right? We're hoping someday we can get back to that, and I think we're on the right path to slowly getting back to that.
Well,
But that's
there's no summer games. There's no tournaments and any kind of this year.
not in 2021, unfortunately. I know.
Okay.
But we're hoping we can get back to that in 2022 for sure.
Oh, yeah.
But we do
Sooner
have
than later.
typically more than 600 competitions each year, which is an insane amount of competitions. And then we have 43,000 volunteers. That is wild and amazing that we have that many people that want to help us. And in that, we also have 5,800 certified coaches. Yes, Reese?
They said about near fall, by the time we get back to normal.
You think fall? Is that what
Yeah.
you heard? I hope so.
don't know. Who knows?
We'll keep our fingers crossed, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, now let's keep going, all right? Oof, homework.
Scary. Okay, guys. So tonight,
Well, no.
so I know I'm the bearer of bad news. So who wants to tell me when the next time we're meeting is?
Wednesday.
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 What time?
5.
7 to 8.
7 to 8.
You could get on the call at 5, but we won't be here.
Okay.
So we will be
Just
on the
stay till
call.
7.
Yeah, we'll be on the call at 7 o'clock. And so before then, you all are going to write your first speech of our refresher training.
Woo!
How does that sound, everyone?
Okay.
We feel
Okay,
good.
Okay.
okay. All right. So
That's good enough.
you are not going to write it about just anything. You have an assigned topic. Wait, Christine, you have your hand up. What's going on?
Hold on. We're asking to unmute. There you go.
I think that was from before.
Oh, sorry. Okay, never mind. Okay. Well, if it comes back to you. So you each are going to be assigned a speech topic. And of course, you can work with your speech coach. You could try it on your own. This can be a good practice run for you. You could contact Katie or myself if you need help getting some ideas on how to get started. The speech has to be less than 2 minutes, so it's not too long. Maybe 1 to 2 pages typed. However you need to write it down. And then we're going to go to the next slide and you're going to find out what you're going to be talking about. So some of these folks we're going to have to get in contact with to make sure they know what they're writing about. So Ethan, I think, is the only one that's going to be in this group. So we'll send this to you guys so you have it and know what you're going to be writing about. But Ethan will be, yeah.
Oh, are we actually doing this? Like,
Yeah.
are we gonna like actually talk to them?
Oh, no.
Well,
You're just going to be doing a test.
You're going to be giving it to us, but we will be recording it. So it might be something that we send to them.
Yeah.
So that they know, because these are
Alright.
real opportunities.
Can
So
you email that? Can you email that to me?
we sure will.
Yep, this
Okay.
is going to go to you guys.
Okay.
So Ethan is the only one on the call right now, but he is going to be doing, I won't read all of them because you guys are going to be able to read through it and come up with ideas. So Ethan is going to be doing his on Dunkin' Donuts. This is a real campaign that's starting next week. So some of you are going to have to do some research on our website. And we learned that writing speeches is all about being prepared, doing the research. So you'll have to, all this information I got straight from our website. So it's all there for you guys to look up, right? So Ethan's going to be doing his on the Dunkin' Donuts campaign. I don't think we don't have anyone from that group in the next one. So Natalie and Reese, you and Kelly Dixon, you all will be doing yours on the Carry the Flame virtual torch run,
Okay.
which is pretty cool. And that is also happening this month.
Well, can we ask Kelly to go ahead and do Partner Up Power Up?
Yeah, we'll do
I
that.
don't know that they'll join.
Okay,
us.
Kelly, we're going to move you.
Is that okay?
Okay, so
Sounds good.
Kelly's going to tell us about Partner Up Power Up, and she's an expert. So she's going to knock it out of the park. So Kelly, you're moving up to Partner Up Power Up, and I'll send that to you and I'll fix it. Okay. And then I don't think we have anyone in the bottom group.
Sam.
Oh, Sam. Duh. Okay. Sorry, I was reading Carolyn and I was like, she's not here. Okay, Sam, you're going to be doing yours on Plane Pull. How does that sound?
Okay.
Okay, so Plane Pull is also something that's coming up September 11th. So these are all things that we could definitely use.
All right.
We're giving these speeches virtually, and we very well could pull Ethan's video from Dunkin' Donuts and send it to them. So these are real speeches, and so I want you to approach this as very seriously because they're going to be seen by someone other than us at some point, hopefully. So does anyone have any questions?
I can email you some ideas on how to start fundraising.
Okay, great. So Sam, yeah, you're Plane Pull. So Sam, you're gonna have to go on our website, look at Plane Pull, figure out what do they have to fundraise and who would maybe be some good fundraising people to approach.
Okay.
Does that sound? Okay, so everyone's gonna be giving a different speech. And then we're going to present them on Wednesday, and we'll be working with Sherry and Perry and Elise and Christine on doing some one-on-one feedback and some practice. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Sounds
good.
Okay, Christine, do you still have your hand up, or that's still fake?
Actually, no. Speaking of the Dunkin' Donuts, if any of you have received an email from me, that means there's a Dunkin' Donuts in your area. It's first come, first serve, 1 athlete per store, because we're trying to minimize how many athletes are there. So if you've gotten an email and you haven't signed up and you're able to go, the Dunkin' Donuts starts March 9th and runs through the 23rd. All you have to do is go in, talk to the manager, say thank you for supporting Special Olympics North Carolina, take a picture with the manager and the employees if you want, and then you can leave. If you're comfortable in staying for a little bit and the manager's okay with that, that's fine too. But you do need to sign up. So it's first come, first serve, and the stores are going.
And
So-
to all of those of you who said you wanted to get more involved,
Yeah, one more good thing
Oh,
is
yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
Pardon? Sam?
that I just read you can get one free donut a day at Krispy Kreme.
That's
that is
true.
true. So,
Right.
yeah, well, maybe Duncan will get on that train. All right, everyone. So it is 7:04. That means we are
Alright.
4 minutes over. Does anyone have any questions before we log off for the evening? Christine's already asleep. We're good? Oh, Natalie.
Yeah, we're good.
Well, it's ironic that I wind up with a torch run because I've gotten to do something this coming Saturday for the torch run.
Really?
Aw.
Okay, awesome.
Right.
Good timing, huh?
Yeah, this is good. Time.
Yeah.
Learning a little bit about other parts of Special Olympics. Great. All right. Well, I cannot wait to hear your speeches on Wednesday. Time yourselves, practice.
Remember, 1 to 2 minutes, not over 2 minutes.
Can it be a minute
Okay.
and a half?
Minute and a half. It could be a minute and 5 seconds. Anywhere between that.
It
Good.
cannot be 5 seconds. Okay. Okay.
All right.
1 to 2. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye, everybody.
We'll see you
Bye.
Wednesday at
Bye.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.